Let's touch on sustainability and the extended impact of a caring culture. Whether you are the CEO and owner or a key player, leadership plays a critical role in fostering sustainability. And this is true regardless of the size of your company. You could have 5 to 10 employees or hundreds or thousands. There are 4 things that you need to be doing. First is constantly reinforcing mission and core values. For constant reinforcement, you should be the cheerleaders and protectors for all things mission and caring. For leadership engagement, you need to connect with all the care team members and attend all the events and their activities. Next is establishing a communication plan. Be sure to keep all employees informed on all things caring. They love being part of something bigger than themselves. And finally, spread the love. What do we mean by that? We need you to cover the 3 main buckets of care. In face-to-face interviews of hundreds of employees across numerous companies, His Way at Work found that employees pointed to 3 main categories where they most needed care. The first category, or bucket, is meet me in a crisis. Whether it's financial, medical, addiction, whatever, they want us to meet them there. The second bucket is grow me as a whole person. Give me a career path and the resources for professional growth, but also give me opportunities to grow as a person, a spouse, a parent, grow in my faith. Help me to grow as a person. The third bucket was a surprise, and it was fix my job. In other words, fix what's broken organizationally and operationally that prevents me from thriving in my job and at home. So let me share a real-world example of extended impact. Remember Polydeck? That's the company owned by Peter Freisler and where His Way at Work was founded. Before Peter's transformation, it was blacklisted by the local temp staffing agencies for its toxic culture. Can you believe that? After 10 plus years of having a care team, the following story actually happened. One morning, a Polydeck IT employee went to get a quick breakfast at the local Waffle House before attending a staff meeting. When entering the restaurant, he was told by the 2 waitresses that their point-of-sale system was down, preventing them from accepting anything other than cash, and they added they hadn't earned tips all night as a result. Without hesitation, he first offered to help fix the system. He took a quick look and realized it just needed a new power strip. They didn't have one on hand, so he went across the street to a grocery store that was just opening. And as he went in, he encountered the manager and told her what he was doing and why over at the Waffle House, but he also asked her if she could break the $100 bill he had in his pocket so he could split it to give the waitresses a tip. Upon hearing what he was doing and why, the store manager asked, "Do you happen to be a Polydeck employee?" He looked down at his clothes and saw no logo, no indication of the business name, and he said, "Actually, I am, but how would you possibly know that?" And she said, "I just knew that had to be a Polydeck story. That's just not normal." Not only had the caring culture at Polydeck infected this employee and inspired him to go to such radical lengths to care for others outside the company, but the legacy of that culture had also spread far and wide into the community. Now that's extended impact. Listen, I've been with His Way at Work since 2018. In that time, I've seen plenty of measurable data on the broad impact of care teams done well. But even more than that, I've heard and seen countless stories about how caring for and empowering employees through the care team system transforms businesses and lives. Take the next step. I promise you this, you will not regret it.